Sean Salisbury here for Open Sports. Can somebody please tell me why professional athletes or entertainers walk into a bar or a club carrying a concealed weapon? Should you be in that club or that bar as a famous athlete or as a person that everybody knows, and you're coming off a Super Bowl and you're the best team in football and everybody in New York knows who Plaxico Burress is, if you feel you've got to carry a concealed weapon, I mean, what's the reasoning for going into that club? Aren't you inviting trouble? And obviously I'm talking about Plaxico Burress, who accidentally shot himself, supposedly in a Manhattan club, because he was carrying a gun. Now, and trouble's followed Plaxico around, and he seems like a nice enough guy, but everywhere he goes, he's late for this, gets in trouble for that. He has an argument with the coach here. There's always trouble. And then, I mean, why invite it? You can't, if that's a club that requires you to carry a concealed weapon, take 2 security guards with you, or don't go there. And don't go there. I mean, do you leave your house and walk into 7-Eleven and carry a concealed weapon these days? Now, I understand wanting to be secure and protect your family at home, or if you actually think that you're living in a bad neighborhood and got to carry a concealed weapon in your car, that's your business. You're allowed to do it by law. And I guess you're allowed to carry a concealed weapon on you if you're licensed to do it. But why go into a club if something breaks out and that's the first thing you want to do is reach for it? I just don't even understand why you even tempt that. And I don't get it. It just seems like the same guys do the same thing all the time. And I don't know why. It's great that Plaxico Burress is okay, that it's not a life-threatening injury. But what is it that makes a guy carry a concealed weapon into a club? So if something comes up, or he's sitting there talking to a girl or one of his buddies and some guy bumps into him, you want to pull it out like you're going to bust a cap on somebody? It's a Manhattan nightclub. Why? If you have to carry a concealed weapon into a place like that, it's the wrong place to be, and you're inviting trouble anyway. I'm glad Plaxico Burress is okay, but this is an issue that they have to find a way to look at. It amazes me. Security and protection, great. Going into a club to have a good time, if you're going to go drink a beer or hang with your buddies or your wife or whoever it is you're hanging around, and you have to carry a concealed weapon, bad idea. Something's not right, and I just don't understand when people or professional athletes are going to get it. You don't have the sense of entitlement. It's not, believe me, everybody's allowed that, but there's a sense of entitlement that goes with it. It says, I'll carry my gun, it's cool. Now, like I said, if he was licensed to carry it, you know what? It didn't break the law. But shooting himself is just sheer stupidity. So why in the world you would bring a gun into a place like that when you're going to have a good time? To me, that tells me you're looking for trouble. Something's not right. And if I got to go into a club and I got to carry a gun, I don't think that's a club I'm going to. I think I'll go to some martini bar or some cigar bar or a nice Italian pub or something and grab myself a burger and hang with my buddies. I don't think that Manhattan club, whatever it is or whoever runs it, is either that good a place that bad a place that requires you to have a gun, or that good a place that you need to risk having a gun and going in there and something going wrong. Like I said, I have no idea what the name of the club is and don't care. But if you got to carry a gun, there's no reason for those doors to be open at that club. Or if you think you got to carry a gun, then you need to do something with yourself, if you're Plaxico Burress, and figure out why you have to carry a gun into a Manhattan nightclub. I don't understand it. It invites trouble. And haven't we seen, can't we learn from other people's mistakes? Man, walking into a club with a concealed weapon just doesn't make sense to me. That's not the club to go to. It's a wrong thing to do, and I don't get it. Grateful that Plaxico Burress is okay, but I'm completely baffled at why something like this would happen. It just invites trouble. Could end up being more trouble if, in fact, he wasn't licensed to carry that concealed weapon. I'm Sean Salisbury for Open Sports.
So you think you can tackle a pro? There's only one way to find out. Click on fantasy at opensports.com.